We didn't do it. Court does call the case People versus Ashley Nader.
In this courtroom, fear meets justice, and no one is ready for what comes next. Ashley Nader stands before the court, ready to plead guilty to a stalking charge. No trial, no second chances, and sentencing will happen before Judge Fresher, a judge known for zero tolerance. Ashley agrees to everything, but the calm won't last long.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Morning, Honor. Rob Chico on behalf of Ms. Nader, who's approached Ashley, state your name.
Ashley Nader.
All right. I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading to an added count to stalking the misdemeanor charge, a 1-year offense and up to a 5-year probation offense. And upon our successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed.
That's correct, John.
Ashley admits she kept calling and texting Dustin after he told her to stop, more than just a couple of times. The judge warns her, any misconduct before sentencing, and the entire plea deal collapses. Then things turn tense. Her attorney asks to remove the tether and Soberling device, but the court pushes back hard. Why? Because Ashley ignored instructions, missed multiple tests, and even traveled to Tennessee against court orders. The prosecutor says she's not following anything, just skating on the edge.
Never sworn.
Raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Help you God.
I do. Ashley.
Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of stalking.
Yeah.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,000 fine plus court costs, and up to 5 years probation. You understand that?
Yeah.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge in this case, and that you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 1484 District Court. Understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No.
Look at paragraph 5. You see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Okay.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will,
Yes.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
I thought it was here and it's not.
That's why I like.
Between the dates of July 1st, 2025 and July 8th, 2025, at the location of 7827 Sandy Beach Drive, Northfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, what did you do regarding a Dustin Stroud that makes you think that you're guilty?
I was calling and texting when he didn't want me to.
Okay, you kept calling and texting.
Her attorney insists every missed test was followed by a clean one. But the judge and prosecution stand firm. She doesn't listen. She risks everything, and she's running out of chances. Bond reduction? Denied. Bond stays exactly the same.
Texting. At some point during that process, approximately how many times did you try to make contact?
I have no idea.
More than 2.
Yeah. Few.
And had this individual told you not to contact them?
Yes.
And made that clear
Yes.
to you? And after that, you continued to contact that individual?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, I have to indicate to you that between the time of my acceptance of your plea and the time of your sentencing, if you commit misconduct as defined by the Michigan court rules, you would not be entitled to any evaluation. The court would no longer be bound by any evaluation or recommendation regarding your case, your sentencing in your case. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea.
Okay.
Counsel, have I complied?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which had led to this plea?
No, Your
Have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this?
Honor. I gotta get, yes, I gotta get there.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count two. Count one is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A4. Probation sentencing in this matter will be
Don't worry about that.
October 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour.
Judge,
28.
yes, Judge, a couple issues.
Yes.
One being the tether. She's been on tether probably since mid-July. There have been no violations. I would ask, and quite frankly, Judge, I've told her, you've told her, if there's any attempt to call this young man, that she wrecks her deal with the court. I would just ask the court that no need for any, the tether.
We're testing.
Hold on. And the second issue, Judge, is the sober link. Now, there's a report and there's numerous quote unquote missed tests, but she works very odd hours. She has sleeping issues, which she's consulted with a doctor. To her credit, every time she's missed a test, she's always gone the very next day or within a couple hours. So there's absolutely no evidence of her drinking since July. We would ask the court if it would remove the sober link and the tether.
Well, the problem with the tether is she took off to Tennessee.
Judge, that was, she learned her lesson, Judge, on that. I would ask if you would please consider that. She's a hard-working lady. It doesn't interfere with her work. She's learned her lesson. She's not going to contact
Hold
anybody.
on. I have quarrels with that. She takes off to Tennessee. She comes back to court. We get after her about taking off to Tennessee and everything else. And then she doesn't test properly on the SoberLink device. Now, it would seem to me that if somebody were that close to violating it, be remanded to jail until the conclusion of the case, and she kind of escapes that she would follow to a T the instructions of the court regarding her bond.
Judge,
She didn't do that to the extent
I can't listen to both of you.
that I had to send an order out directing her compliance again with the SoberLink, which we sent out on Thursday.
I know.
She said she never got the order. That's not the issue.
Oh, I can give you a copy. It was sent out on Thursday when we received it, but you've been missing tests all over.
Judge,
She's not been anything from the people.
I would object to the removal of either tether, as the court stated she did reinstate earlier. I do also have concerns that
You
it
got a
did
face
put the
for it.
sober
You got a
link
face
in
for
place
it.
because of videos that came about or with the Crown bottle. So I mean, I have concerns that she can't follow her bond. So at this point, I would ask that they remain as sentenced and it can be addressed as sentencing, but she needs to become compliant with her bond.
Judge, the only thing I would, and I just want to reinforce this, and for what it's worth, any missed test within an hour or two or shortly with another test was taken that showed no evidence of alcohol. I understand she missed her test, but to her credit, there was no evidence of alcohol.
I don't think she listens to really what the court is saying and just skates on the edge, quite frankly, Mr. Killawall.
Yeah.
I think the court very clearly told her she was not to leave the state of Michigan. And we have to, without the GPS tether, we wouldn't have known, but she's somewhere down in Tennessee. Then she gets back here. There's an admonishment regarding that. She's got instructions as to what she has to do, and she fails to follow it. She just continues to not blow when she's supposed to blow.
Okay.
And there are windows that she has to do it. It's not like she got to do it right at that point in time, and she just doesn't do it. I don't think she pays attention to what the court's telling her. And I think, quite frankly, I'm just going to dare you to do that before Judge Freshour, because I don't think she's going to tolerate any of this at all. Motion for bond reduction or any change in bond is denied. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
A guilty plea accepted and a warning louder than the gavel. Will Ashley finally follow the rules? Or is another violation waiting to explode at sentencing? For more real courtroom moments and breakdowns, Like, share, and subscribe.